makes me happy. And I don't have to think about it for 3 hours.
Right.
And, and she tells this way better than me, so sorry, Kat. I'm screwing up your story. But, we just started tracking, and she showed up while going through chemo. She showed up twice a week to lay down her tracks and record and practice and write new stuff and work out parts. And, there'd be times where she'd be like, I'm done. Like, I can't go any further. I'm just done. And then she got through about half of it, and then she was just like, I don't have the strength to get all the way through the song because the chemo was just killing her. And I learned something new. It's called chemo brain, where it makes you forgetful. So she was like, we would go through the stuff, and then it was like just hard for her to remember all the intricate little things.
Okay.
Where it's like, wait, were we in the first verse or the second verse type stuff? And, would write stuff, and then she'd come back the next week and go, I don't remember what we did. Not for any other reason than that's just a normal thing. And my wife, who works in the medical industry, was like, yeah, that's the thing. It's called chemo brain.
Wow.
And so, she was just really struggling, still gave it everything she had. I've never been more impressed with a human being and their strength than I was with her, just because, like, what, you're still here? I think in the year from when she was diagnosed to when we played the CD release show, which was, the CD release show was the same day that she was diagnosed the year before.
Wow.
So it was a huge celebration, but I think in that time she missed 4 practices.
Oh, wow, that's insane.
It's insane. And she gave it her all every time. It was truly amazing. I have so much respect for her of just, what it meant and what she gave and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah. And so I ended up having to do a couple of the tracks on the album just because she's like, I can't do it, and we can't wait forever to get this done. So we had a long conversation. She's like, no, I want you to do them, because I wouldn't have done them if she felt bad about it.
Okay.
But she's like, no, just let's get this done. And so we did it.
Wow.
So then I did, I'm trying to think, I don't remember which tracks I did. But it's interesting because we'll have conversations about stuff. And I'm like, yeah, when we recorded it, you did this. And she's like, I don't remember recording that.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. I mean, that's super cool, too. I mean, that album's got to have an entirely different meaning just for her, and for you guys as a band.
Yeah.
And so what have you guys got like on tap now? Are you guys going to be playing some shows? You're planning to write more stuff? What do you... Yeah,
we're in the process now of... We started writing some new stuff. And so we're everything's kind of up in the air. Just because it's like, well, we have options to play shows. We have options to write. And right now it's like, one week we want to write, the next week we want to play shows.
Gotcha.
Then we want to write, then we want to play shows. But I think, I don't know, we've started writing stuff, so I feel like that's where it's going to go.
Well, and what does it mean now to put out an album for you guys? I mean, because it's you I mean, it's got to cut back on the expenses that you have a place to record it in.
Yes.
But I mean, does it have the same meaning to you now to put out an album that it did when you were first beginning to write and put things together and put stuff out there?
Oh no, it's completely different, because now I don't listen to it and go, oh my God, this thing sounds like crap. We did all this work and it sounds like crap.
Yeah.
Because if I played you the first ones, you'd never speak to me again. Like the original recordings, because they were actually, I redid all of them because they were just so bad. And they weren't, like, the songs aren't bad. They were recorded by a 17-year-old who thought he knew more than he did.
Sure.
Oh, I'll just rent this equipment and record it myself.
And as you mentioned, recorded on tape. So there's not like a lot of going back. And,
you can't edit stuff. And, it wasn't recorded on the big reel-to-reel tapes. It was recorded on those little Tascam cassette 4-track stuff.
Yeah, I had one of those a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it just, they're just garbage.
Yeah.
But
it was great at the time.
It preserved the memory of
sure.
it, and it allowed me to go back and say, okay, this is what needs to be done. And so then, I redid the albums just so that they actually sound the way they're supposed to sound.
Okay.
Back in like 2006, maybe.
Like completely re-recorded them?
Yeah.
Just did you play all the parts, or did you get wow? Okay.
Yeah, so I played everything because at the time that was right after the drummer left.
Okay.
So I was like, I need to fix this stuff. And so the third album actually didn't come out too bad. It just could have come out better. But that's another example of our horrible, horrible luck. So the third album, it's going to come out. We have this huge party planned, and we're going to celebrate the third album, and the band is just being put back together, and it's going to be awesome, and da-da-da-da-da. And the day that it was supposed to come out, the World Trade Center happened.
Oh, holy shit.
So what was supposed to be this huge celebration is a bunch of people sitting in a living room. Because remember, this is Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So we had a plane, one of the planes hit right outside. Tons of people that we knew had moved to New York.
Oh, wow.
So we're sitting in my living room going...
This was actually your backyard, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like they evacuated downtown Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Because at the time, there were 7 planes that were unaccounted for. And they weren't sure where the one that crashed in the field was actually going. They didn't know if it was going to D.C. or to the Carnegie Mellon in Pittsburgh because it has all the science stuff. The federal building, part of the IRS is in Pittsburgh. So there's all this stuff that they're like, might be going to Pittsburgh. One of the women that I worked with, her husband was a pilot. So he calls her before the second plane had just been announced. We didn't know about the other stuff yet, but he calls her, and his exact words were, "I don't care if you lose your job. Get out of there now.
Wow.
Just go. I don't care. We'll figure it out." And so she freaks out because she starts to leave, and the boss is like, "Where are you going?" She's like, "I have to go." She's freaking out. Everybody's freaking out. And there's this period of 10 minutes where the boss is trying to calm everybody down. This girl's freaking out because she's like, "My husband told me to leave. I have to leave." And the boss is like, what are you talking? Because she didn't even know. She didn't even have the radio on, so she has no idea why this girl's so upset.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, somebody else comes through and goes, "They're evacuating the town. Everybody get out." Which the boss is like, "They're what?
Wow.
Why are they evacuating the town?" So, everybody leaves. I walked, took me 5 hours to walk home because all the buses were filled and then I couldn't get out of there.
Wow.
And then I'm like,
insane.
And I remember sitting in my living room with the girl that I actually moved out here with. I remember sitting in my living room going, "This party's not going to go so well." And it was just, because we had this big listening, and then we're just like, this is the way this goes. This is the way this goes every time. So,
Well, hopefully you've had a little better luck out here.
No.
No. Well, I mean, I guess you're recording the last album.
Yeah, we're about to record an album. And
your drummer gets cancer.
Yeah. So, no.
But the album sounds great. It came out. Yeah.
Oh, you're so kind.
Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
But it's, I listen to it through Spotify, admittedly.
That's all right. We get paid for that.
But you have it out there available digitally. Can people get physical copies of it too?
Yeah. I'm old school.
Nice.
I'm one of those weird people that still buy CDs.
I still buy CDs. I actually just made the decision recently that I was only going to buy things on vinyl.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know. Unless I can't get it on vinyl, basically.
There's
That's the
nothing wrong
dividing
with vinyl. Vinyl's fun.
I like it. I'm not one of those people that's going to say one sounds better over the other because honestly, everybody knows that digital is at this point about as high quality as you can get. So I'm not the person who's going to preach that. I just like the physical artifact of it.
Yeah, it's fun to hold and put it down and set the needle.
Yeah.
Like there's an experience to that.
Yeah, it's
fun.
And then everything else is available through streaming. So, it's at this point I have a couple thousand CDs, and I just, especially in this place, I look around and I'm like, I have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but it's like a library.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that is missed with the digital stuff is to just go over somebody's house and just look through their stuff.
Oh, well, and
that's a fun adventure.
Yeah, I do like having that. I like the fact that I could walk into that back room, close my eyes, and find exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, if you had like a party, like say you had like a couple people over and you were gonna have dinner or something, and like you're like, okay guys, I'm gonna go check the spaghetti, right? Mm-hmm. And then you come back and they're just like, oh, what is this? I never heard of this.
Yeah.
And then they put it back and they're like flipping through, like, I didn't know these guys put out an album, or whatever. Like, I never heard of this. Oh yeah, it's like this rare B-side. You got check it out, and then you put it on.
Yeah.
Like, that was like a whole adventure that, like, we still do it, but it's not the same because it's like, oh, I never heard of that. Oh yeah, let me pull it up on my phone.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's still the same adventure, but it doesn't have the same thing because there's that time period from opening the vinyl or the CD case and putting it in and pushing play to going, what am I about to get into?
Yeah.
Like, there's that 30-second to minute-long pause that builds that anticipation versus, oh, let me just pull it up on my phone. Plus, when they pull it up on their phone, they're usually only pulling up one song.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Where this is, oh, no, there's a whole adventure here. And now maybe you'll skip through, like, you get to the halfway point and go to the next song if, like, the kind of person's like, yeah, this is cool. Okay, let me go to the next song. Or if they're like, dude, this is awesome. Okay, I won't go to the next song.
There's so many like singles that I have, or like just like small run EPs and that kind of thing, where it was years trying to, like, hoping that I would go into a record store somewhere and find it. Yeah. And like, I remember one time I had been looking for a long time for this just 4-track CD that Paul Westerberg put out as Grandpa Boy. And it was, anytime I found it was like $50-$60. And then one day I found it for $5 at a Zia. And I'm like, oh. Yeah, it's just that moment of like finding the grail. Like, do you guys know what you have here?
Yeah, eBay ruined that. Yeah, because you could just type it in and go, nope, there it is.
Yeah, yeah.
But you get it faster. It's tough because it's like I bought a CD that I've been looking for like $1 off of Amazon.
Oh yeah, and
I'm just like, oh cool, I got it for $1. But there is something about that hunt through the jungle of like, wow, this is so neat, and it is like it's. Because I was telling our drummer, Kat, the one day she was talking about this Amigo the Devil, and she loves him. And I was like, we got to do an old school listening party. When you get his new record, you're going to bring it over. We're going to sit down. We're going to, like, eat popcorn or something and just play the thing and blast it through the speakers. We never did it. But like, that's what was fun, because when you were a teenager and you didn't have a car, especially where I live, where it was like, I don't know, you might be spending the night. I don't know that I'm getting you home type of stuff, because my mom's not going to let me drive in this type of stuff. And you just put stuff on, and like you're crammed up in your little bedroom like, Ma, leave me alone. Stop bothering us. I just wanted to see if you wanted some cookies. Leave us alone. And you're doing that, and you're just listening to this stuff and getting angrier and angrier because they used all that distortion. Now I'm mad. They understand the plight of my youth. And just like holding up in this basement, or bedroom or wherever you found, and you're just listening to this music, and then like that was just so much fun.
Yeah.
And you're one of those rare people that still appreciate it. Like, you didn't get completely sucked in by, I can just pull it up on my phone.
Yeah, no, that'll never happen. I like my stuff too much.
Yeah.
There's too much to it still.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry we didn't leave a time for the day job, but I'm going to put links to everything on the in the show notes and plug everything in the intro and all that. So,
You're the man.
Thanks, man. It was great to talk to you.
Dude, this was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. Thanks so much for doing it.
It's fun talking to someone who has such an appreciation for music.
Likewise.
Because you dissect it and analyze it. Like, I know when you pop on a CD or